3, 2, 1. Greetings, yogis. Welcome to my studio. Today we're going to focus on twists in our vinyasa flow. Be a quick flow, good for when you're short on time but need a good yoga practice. And again, focusing on twists, thinking about springtime, cleansing, renewing, purging out toxins. Also great for lower back strength and flexibility. And I hope you enjoy it. So we're going to start on hands and knees. Coming into hands and knees and just starting to bring some movement into the body. I like to do some figure eights. You could do circles with your body. Just starting to warm up. Breathing. Nice full deep breaths. Just enjoying this warm up. And after you go one way, maybe taking it in the other opposite direction, circles, figure eight. Going high and low. Just starting to bring some movement. Then coming back to all fours, firming up the core. And then on an inhale, let's drop our belly, lift our gaze for cow. And exhale to cat. And continuing the exhale and inhale, cat and cow at your own pace. Just starting to warm up the spine, getting some nice flexion in your spine. Don't forget to breathe. And then coming back to neutral. From here, we're going to take our first twist, lifting our right arm, threading the needle, dropping onto our right shoulder, side of our head, checking in that your hips aren't drifting to the left, and then breathing into this nice gentle twist. Maybe adding a left arm across your lower back, reaching towards your right thigh, and then pressing that right arm deep into the mat. Nice deep breaths. And then pressing down with your left hand to come back to all fours. Lifting your left arm and threading the needle to the opposite side. Coming down on your left shoulder. Pressing down with your right hand. Coming back to all fours. Maybe giving your tail a little wag. And from here, let's tuck our toes and just sit back on our heels just for a moment or two, getting that nice stretch up the back of our feet. I should say bottoms of your feet. And then coming back to hands and knees. We're going to stretch out long through our right leg, reach out through our left arm if that's in our practice, firming up the core, and then bringing our knee toward our nose and stretching back out. Knee to nose and stretch back out. Knee to nose and out. And in all the action, all the strength is coming from the core. And one more. And stretch out. Holding that nice and long, reaching long through the foot and out through the fingers. And then coming back to all fours, taking it on the other side. Stretch out long through the left leg, out through the right arm, lengthening, gazes down. And then on an inhale, knee to nose, and stretch back out. Knee to nose, and out. In, and out. In, and out. In, and out. One more. In, Stretch out nice and long through those right fingers and the left heel. Gazes down. And then coming back to all fours. Giving a little wiggle to the hips. And then let's tuck our toes and press back to down dog. Pedal out your dog. Possibly press your right heel down. Take a nice deep bend through the left knee. And then switch sides. Left foot down. Nice bend in the right knee. And then bring both knees down. Hovering about 4 or 5 inches off the mat. Really engage the core, maybe gazing at the belly button. And then pressing the heels back and down together, chest towards the thighs, coming into a nice full down dog. Always keep a micro bend in the knees. They don't have to be locked straight. In fact, they shouldn't be locked straight. And now we're going to make our way to the top of the mat super slow, toe healing. Taking your time, nice stretch up the back of the legs, coming into forward fold. Again, micro bend in the knees, and then super slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, stacking your spine, reaching up overhead, hands together to heart center. We're going to take 2 sun salutations, so making our way to the top of the mat, nice strong Tadasana. Find your mountain pose first, shoulders down, gaze forward, core engaged, neutral pelvis. Inhale up, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold, making your way to Chaturanga or just back to down dog. Your version. Cobra or up dog, back to down dog. Hold this down dog for a couple of breaths. And then your next inhale, making your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold, rooting to rise. Hands to heart center. Inhale up, forward fold, halfway lift, and fold. Stepping back, move through your vinyasa. Making your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, and fold. And rise. Hands to heart center. We're going to take chair pose. Nice warrior pose, fierce pose or thunderbolt pose. Strong chair, nice strong through the thighs. Checking in that you can see your big toes. Maybe put your weight back a little bit in your heels. Engage that core. Maybe take it a little deeper. And then bring hands to heart center. We're going to take another twist. So twisting to the right. Maybe hooking that elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Gaze can be up over your right shoulder. It could be to the right. Just checking on your neck. Every exhale takes you a little deeper in the twist. And then coming back to center. And then taking the twist to the other side. Nice audible breath, nice deep breath. Come back to center. Back to chair pose. Hands together, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. You can meet in down dog or take a vinyasa. Either way, we'll meet in down dog. From down dog, we'll raise our right leg. Toes to the sky, leg is long, hips are square. Bringing knee to nose, and then stepping through, setting up for crescent lunge. Coming into crescent lunge, nice bend in the right knee, on the balls of the back toe. Nice, long spine. And maybe take that a little deeper. And then hands to heart. We'll take another twist, twisting over that right thigh, twisting to the right. Coming back to center. Coming back to crescent. And we're going to press off that back foot. Bring hands to heart center. And coming into warrior three. Maybe adding the arms. And then slowly start to rise, bringing your left knee up to your chest, hands at heart. And we're going to move into tree pose, thinking of the spring and our twist and our transition to spring. So bringing your hands to heart, just checking in that your foot is not on your knee, anywhere else. Maybe add your branches. And then bring hands to heart center. We're going to make another transition here from tree. So from tree, we're going to slowly reach our leg back at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into crescent lunge. Reaching high, taking it a little deeper. And then rotate those arms down and around, hands to hips. Scooch that back leg in a little bit. And we're going to take a fold and then into pyramid pose. Nose towards the knee. Check in that that left hip is not pointing back, driving it forward, pulling the right hip back. And from here, circle the hands to the left, coming into Prasarita forward fold on the long edge of the mat. Head is heavy, maybe holding opposite elbows. And then we're going to take a lunge, a Skandasana lunge low, with hands on the mat, into the right knee. And then take one to the left. And then we're going to turn to face the back of the mat. And from here, right hand down, right knee is still up off the mat. We're going to take another twist to the left. And you can stay in this twist, and if you'd like to add in Vashisthasana, side lunge, and side plank, take side plank. Either or stay in the side lunge. And then coming back to the twist. Hand down to frame your left foot. Drop your right knee. Shift your hips back for half split. Nice breath. Don't forget about the breath. And then pressing that left foot down. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Tuck the back toes. And either meet in down dog or move through your vinyasa. Meeting in down dog, facing the back of your mat. Left leg rises, knee to nose, and step that left foot through, setting up for crescent lunge, facing the back. Left leg forward, coming up to crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, taking that twist over the left leg. Coming back to center, coming back to crescent. And we're going to press off that back foot, coming into warrior three, facing the back of the mat. Maybe adding in the arms. And then slowly coming through, bringing your right knee up to your chest, hands to heart center, moving into our spring tree. Right foot onto the inside of the left leg. Maybe add your branches. And just remember, trees blow in the breeze. Sometimes they tip over or wave. It's all good. Having fun. It's yoga. And then bringing hands together. We're going to start to take that right leg back slowly at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to crescent. And then from here, bring our hands to our hips, scooch that back leg in a little bit, straighten that front leg, and come into pyramid, left leg forward. Making sure that we pull that right hip forward so it's not opening. Maybe pulling that left hip back. Nose towards the knee. And then turning to the long edge of the mat. This time taking our left hand to our right ankle, nose towards the knee. Taking another twist, gazing up to the right hand, or gazing over our right shoulder. Right arm up. Come back through center. Right hand to left ankle. Nose towards the knee. Opening to the left. Coming back to center. I'm going to take that low lunge into the left side. Opening up that left hip. And then lunging to the right. And then turning to face the back of the front of the mat now. Left leg is back. Left hand drops to the floor. Opening and twisting to the right. Another twist. And stay here. Or move into your version of side plank on this side. Maybe pressing your hips to the sky. And then bringing that right foot back to front. Coming back to the lunge. And then dropping that left knee, shifting the hips back for half splits. And then let's press that right foot down, bring that left foot up to meet the right, coming to forward fold, slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Hands to heart center. We're going to take chair pose again. Just sitting low, gazes forward, maybe about 4 feet in front of you on the floor. Checking in to be sure you can still see your big toe. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Step back to plank or move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Let's raise the right leg. Bring the knee towards the nose. And from here, let's press our right foot through the space behind our left hand and our left foot. And this little twist here could be enough. If you'd like, make sure your left foot is down on the mat. If you'd like to open the twist, coming up on lifting your left hand and twisting open, so you're on your right hand and your left foot. Really engage your core, try to raise that right leg. And then opening it back up, coming back to three-legged dog, right leg up. Drop that right leg down to meet the left. Pedal it out. Lift that left leg. Knee and nose can meet, or knee toward the nose. And then press that left foot through. Dropping that back foot flat on the mat. And taking the twist a little deeper. Maybe lifting that left foot off the floor. Bringing the right hand down, left leg back to the sky. Dropping that left foot, pedaling it out. From here, let's raise our right leg. Knee to nose. Step that right foot through. Let's come up to warrior two. Gaze is over the right middle finger, sealing the back edge of the left foot on the mat. Let's reverse our warrior. Nice stretch up the front side body, back to warrior two. Straighten that right leg, and moving into your version of triangle. Back flat against the imaginary wall. Gaze can be to the ceiling, towards your hand, or down towards your foot. Press down to come up. Come to the long edge of the mat. Heel toe a little bit in. And coming into goddess with the legs, hands on the hips. Cactus arms, sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Maybe a little lower. And then bringing hands onto the knees. Another twist. Right shoulder goes towards the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. Come back through center. Left shoulder towards the right knee, gazing over the right shoulder. Back to center. Slowly roll up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's turn to the back edge of the mat and take our warrior two to the left side. Nice, strong warrior. And then let's reverse. Nice stretch up the front body. And then back to warrior two. Sinking a little deeper. Straightening that leg. Taking triangle. And remember, you only go as low as you can, keeping that back against the imaginary wall. So the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, flat against the wall. Rotating that arm down and around. Coming back on the long edge of the mat. Working your heels underneath. And let's come down to a yogi squat. So your yogi squat could be here, it could be here, it could be here, whatever feels good. Try to think about focusing on a nice tall spine. And then slowly making our way onto our bottoms. Just do a little bit of core work before we take some final twists. So we're going to take boat pose, Navasana. So engaging the core, you take your modification. There could be hands behind the legs. It could be toe tips with hands behind the legs. Or for the full expression, you can let go and even straighten the legs. So you're going to take your version. I'm going to do high and low Navasana 10 times, but whatever works your core but feels good and safe in your back is what you should take. So we're going to go high to low, high to low, high. And use the core muscles to pull you up. And if you feel that you're not using them, either put one leg down or hold behind the legs. Just make sure that the core is doing the work. Really focus on that. I think this is 8. Kind of lost track. Do one more. And then hover for 1 or 2 breaths. And then coming down on your back. Bringing the knees into the chest, giving them a nice hug. Making small circles with your knees one way and then the other. And then do a little rock and roll on your back, giving yourself a little lower back massage. As we come back up to seated. From here, let's tuck our right foot into our left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, reaching up and out of our waist. We're taking head to knee pose, so we're stretching our chest out long over our leg, leading with our chest, back is straight. And just holding on wherever feels comfortable. We're not pulling or jerking, we're just breathing. And on each exhale, maybe you go a little deeper. And then slowly roll up. Take that right foot onto the outside of the left side. And you can either leave your left leg long or tuck your left foot back towards your right seat. And from here, reaching nice and tall, this is another twist. I did say it was a twisting practice. Right arm behind like a little kickstand. And left arm can either hug the right knee or come to the outside, reaching tall through the crown, taking that twist. Even your eyes go to the right. And on every exhale, maybe going a little farther. Again, it's a soft and gentle, not pushing or forcing the stretch. Slowly unwind. Bring your feet out in front first, hands behind your back. And just press up, hips to the sky, head can go back, maybe stretch in the shoulders. And then lower the hips. We'll take it to the other side, right leg long, left foot to the inside of the right thigh, reaching up and out of your waist, and going forward over your right leg. Each exhale takes you a little deeper. Slowly rolling up. This time left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Right leg can stay long or right foot can tuck back. Left hand behind the back. Right arm wraps or comes to the outside of the thigh. Sitting tall, taking your twist. Slowly unwrapping the legs, pressing back for one more reverse table to stretch the shoulders, and then lower the hips, and we're going to lower down on our backs. We're going to bring our knees to our chest for our final twist. When you take your version of supine twist, I'm going to bring my arms out to the T, legs as if they're sitting in a chair, and then just shift your hips over maybe 2 inches, and then dropping the knees to the left. Gaze goes back to the right, trying to keep your right shoulder down close to the mat. A couple breaths here. Knees are coming back to center. And then dropping, first shift your hips, to the left a little bit. And then drop your knees to the right. Gaze back to the left. Trying to keep that left shoulder down close to the mat. Using your core muscles to bring your knees back to center. I'm going to give them one more little squeeze, maybe some small circles, as we begin to move into our Shavasana, finding whatever position is comfortable for you to relax for a few moments while we let our practice set. Stretching long, letting your mind be free. And start to bring our mind back. Maybe rocking our head side to side on the mat, wiggling fingers and toes, just starting to bring some awareness back. Perhaps take a full body stretch. And then when you're ready, bringing your knees into your chest, rolling onto your side, taking a moment, one moment longer, eyes gently closed. And then making your way, hopefully try to keep your eyes still closed for these last couple of moments. Bringing your hands to your heart center. And take a moment to focus on something that you have to be grateful for. Whether it's the oncoming of spring or just something that you have in your life to be grateful for. It's always so wonderful to take that moment each day to acknowledge that. And bringing our thumbs to our third eye of wisdom, let's bow forward in gratitude as we say to each other, Namaste. Namaste. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you, and see you again.